Hello, ladies and mental gents. We have Mirrors Edge, 2-player, 1 keyboard speedrunner. But before we start, I just want to read a quick donation from none other but Heck Crew. We've got $360 with the comment, $1 for every degree in my FOV. Thank you very much. Let's go cut to...
Hello? Well, they can hear me.
Hello? Is it on? Somebody turn it off.
So, welcome to Mirror's Edge. What are the team names you come up with? This is Wyvarie and Eris, you're Juan.
Hello.
And
It's
then-
me.
Then you take that side.
Yes, I take the other team. You can't actually see me. I will go here. Hello.
You still can't see it.
No, they can. Look, I'm Jack. Wait. No. Okay, well, anyways. I'm Zadiki. This is the other team. Your team name? Carlos. Worst team name in the history of teams.
Awful.
Worst team name. Worst team here on this side, which you actually can't see me pointing towards. Left-hand side, awful. Also, Jack is from Finland. I wonder who made that happen. But yeah, in any case, we're going to run a special category today, which is a little homage at all the Speedfam people who have been at countless ESAs before. And for many, many years, we have been running Mirror's Edge, 2-player, 1 keyboard mouse in the practice room. We even did a legendary race, I believe in 2018 or 2017, with like lots of people, and now we're actually going to do it live. So get ready. I guess these guys are ready.
Heck yeah.
You're ready, Lervin?
I'm ready.
Yes.
I'm pumped.
The crowd is ready. The crowd's going to go nuts in a second here. They're just absolutely, they're smoking. It's incredible. Okay, so big race going on in 3, 2, 1, go! Okay, straight away, the worst team is actually ahead. They're going for a stupid strat here, Lervin. What is this?
Well, they're going for like a kick glitch chain, which they'll never actually manage to
exactly.
do. I told
like
you.
They're so bad at the game. And look on the other side.
Oh.
They're going for the stupid strat too, but of course they will also mess it up. Because it's way too hard for a 2-player, 1 keyboard mouse. Why are you even doing this?
They're slowly losing it. What a motivation booster right at the start. Both teams going at the same time here.
Okay, so Prologue, they're going for this really cheap kind of way to go over, and I wonder if they're going to go for double or single. What is the better way, Lauren?
Oh, I've seen that Juan here are going for the sexy strat.
Double, and they punch the wall.
And while Carlos is stuck on the left side.
Double, and also punching the wall again. Very nice here. Both teams not getting the first strat in the video game.
I guess they weren't used to just being roasted while they're doing this.
Okay, they fixed something, I guess. On screen? No, never mind. But yeah, everybody
Carlos
knows
gets
double.
through the start.
Yes. Double, of course, the better. And actually, Carlos really smart here, going for the backup strat, getting this kick glitch really easily. And I guess while these teams are playing the game, gives us a little bit of time to explain how incredibly difficult this game actually is.
This game has a lot of tricks that are very hard, and they have to scroll to make it work. So in combination with being 2 people doing it together, so close for Juan. So they're doing a lot of tricks that are either frame perfect or close to it. And for example, whenever you see them jump on a wall, they can scroll with their mouse at the end of the kicking animation, and they will jump around and get a double jump, which the devs totally intended.
Very nice there. Actually, getting this kick glitch over the gap is much harder. Actually, everything you look at, Team Carlos having some fun here, but they're just interrupting Mr. Commentator here with their stupid banter. I just can't believe that.
Yeah.
Also opting out of one of the most influential stuff in Prologue, which is of course Glow's Chain.
Yeah.
Saw them do it in practice all the time, but now all of a sudden they can't do it anymore. What is your problem? Why no Glow's Chain?
Hard.
Ah, okay. So Carlos going for excuses as usual.
Well, Juan is breaking open these doors in a flash. Catching up real easy with Carlos, having to stop to time stuff along the way.
Oh, but look here, Lervin, they're going for the goal.
They're doing
chain.
it. Beautiful, beautiful.
So sick.
So good.
That is so good. Barely getting the ground KG there, which is really hard to get in 2-player, 1 keyboard mouse.
Yeah. They have to do timed inputs like a quarter of a second after each other, and that's very hard when you're not the same person. You're not one person.
Yeah, that's correct. Perfect explained here by Mr. Commentator on my right. Yeah, so once again, to reiterate, these two are each playing, one is playing the mouse, one is playing keyboard, and some of these tricks are so incredibly precise. And I've played a lot of two-player keyboard, one keyboard mouse myself, and it's actually mind-blowing how sometimes you can get these tricks when the other person is doing something, and you're like, how does this even work? Meanwhile, yeah.
Now suddenly Juan is ahead because Carlos did a stupid goof and got stuck. They died at the end of this area.
Yeah, normal. I mean, Carlos is just the losing team. Will it be the same? Oh, they're going for cool. No, never mind.
Oh.
Man, I don't like Carlos. By the way, there's no commentary bias for this, but I just realized we should have had that.
Yeah. For now, it's just two commentators from Juan, so we are definitely not biased at all.
That's actually... I'm gonna roast. Carlos is Jack and Zook, of course, the worst team in history.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, do we actually have game sound? Okay, yeah, fair enough. I can't hear it at all, but I guess that's commentator problem. And actually, while we're doing all this banter, the two teams are less than, let's say, 5 seconds apart, and actually Juan is dying here, showing off how difficult it is to get around this guards in a good way, and Carlos now pulling ahead in this little room.
Still very close. Oh! With Juan just a little bit behind here, if they can stay alive.
How did they do that?
Oh my god!
That's not supposed to work!
No.
Okay, yeah.
So the guards eventually started realizing what their job was and took out Faith.
And let's see, Juan still going over the guards. You know you can just go around, guys. It's like...
It's only a lot slower.
Wow, so smart by Juan, saving all this time. And meanwhile, Carlos going for chapter 1 skip. Maybe you want to explain that a little bit.
Well, they have to go back to an area they were just in, which allows them, because they've loaded a new area, to go out of bounds and skip a whole bunch of pipes. Saw Carlos practicing this in the room earlier, and their confidence was through the roof, so I don't know what happened.
They're just quitting out. They don't want to play anymore. Going Carlos just completely messing up. And let's see here, on the right-hand side, reaction time kick glitch, because this needs to be precise. And now getting a wall boost out of the kick shield, that looks perfect. Oh, just barely not.
No wall boost.
Too bad. And Carlos, in the meantime, dying to the guards again, just barely, purely because of RNG surviving here.
Juan still slightly ahead. They're now gonna skip the chapter 1 skip, which is double skip, double
really
fast.
Smart. Extremely smart and faster, as Eris pointing out here. Eris, of course, my favorite Mirror's Edge player of all time. Very influential person.
I'd say with a close number 2 being Wyvarie.
Yeah, exactly. I agree. Actually, they're perfectly on par. They're the best runners ever. Yeah. Meanwhile, these guys still struggling with the chapter 1 skip, which by this point they should have just skipped.
Yep.
But yeah, while we're roasting them, this is actually really hard.
Yeah.
But it's all Jack, and Jack is shaking his head as he should. Like, he's just messing it up. Like, Zook doesn't have to do anything for this trick. Yeah.
In all honesty, this trick is incredibly precise. This backup is something that I've tried many times, and I've given up every time.
And actually, you can't hear it, but these teams are communicating non-stop, because two-player, one keyboard mouse on a professional level, which we're seeing here, is incredibly intense.
The comms is everything.
Yeah, the comms is everything. You got to make the calls quickly. You can't like let anything slip. Like beautiful wall boost there by Juan. Very, very nice strat.
Flying through the air and then getting more speed at the end of it. It's amazing.
Yeah, maybe you want to explain quickly what a wall boost even is.
Yeah, when you start running on a wall, if you jump off of it right away, you get a bunch of speed. And the game, well, if you just scroll your jump inputs with the mouse wheel, you then can do that very consistently.
Yeah, and there's actually even ways to get the wall boost even faster, like little nuances you can do to the wall boost, right?
Yeah, looking into the wall more, but not too much will do it. It's a lot of very tight mouse movement combined with keyboard
and
inputs.
barely dying to the guards of horror.
So far the NPCs have been a real big problem in these runs.
Yeah, they can actually get stuck in the elevator altogether. Meanwhile, Carlos catching up here, doing some... just barely getting stuck on the wall there. Going for the KG here, wall boost. They're getting it through. Very nice, actually.
Catching up. So an elevator clip going on by Juan here, and they get on top of it. Very nice.
This actually, by the way,
First
is
time.
named after the same person which hackathon is named after. Just saying, this was Hacky Clip. Just on a side note, commentators providing extremely important information here.
Shout out to Hacky.
Can I read some donations real quick?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right, so we've got $25.
Oh my god! No.
Oh my
Hold
god,
it.
clap. Oh my god.
Yeah, that's insane. $25 is a lot, yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, so $25 from my beta.
Hey.
At Wyvarie and Eris, I bet all my fake money on you. Make me rich.
That is,
And
of course, how this works.
also $10 from Sphere. Even without commentary bias, I still gotta tell you that Team Juan is gonna bust them up.
Oh
Yes!
yeah, oh yeah.
Sphere, my man, doing a very nice run afterwards. It's Star Trek 1 and 2 Armada IL showcase. It's going to showcase a lot of ILs. Okay, this is sorry. Oh, and actually, Carlos, not getting the sick trick. You can see how some of these strats are so incredibly hard, especially... I mean, I cannot even do some of the stuff that they do myself. Not that I'm particularly good at this game, but...
So we rudely interrupted the donation surge to show off how cool that trick that Eris and Wyvarie did.
Yes.
Jack
And Eris Wyvarie are now done with Chapter 1, named after Team 1, so it's the best chapter.
So they're going into now the canals, which I think we're going to be seeing an attempt at a very hard trick at the end here. The teams were very unsure what they wanted to do, but they want to try it at least once. So from what I've seen.
So I can tell the crowd is extremely excited for canal skip here. So I'm going to interview an expert by Prasco. So what do you say if they get this? Are you going to go nuts?
I'm gonna explode.
Prasco gonna explode. Can't wait for that. And actually, they're out of bounds. They need to land on this very, very little ledge here, and then got to perform a series of 4 kick glitches, which the first one is by far the hardest. Needs to be at the perfect spot. They need to kick out immediately, and let's see. This is a big, big, big trick here, and let's see if they can get it.
Cannoli. Wait a minute. Oh my god!
God! Oh
You already know they're getting there on the perfect line. Didn't even new game after that. Amazing.
Okay, I cannot even... I'm not even faking the excitement anymore.
That's crazy. So now it's up to Jack and Zook to catch up.
Thanks for that, by the way. So they just
Holy moly.
free-scrolled the gate.
Oh yeah,
That's what happened.
it gets very loud.
Oh, and opting for something crazy here, as you can see.
Yeah, they're going for a route here on the right side of this area. This route has no checkpoints while you're doing it, so if they at any point fall down, they will have to restart this entire climbing sequence. Not considered marathon safe, but neither is Cannoli, so it,
Actually, split up your eyes, because on your left-hand side, Zook and Jack are also going for Cannoli, and nobody look to the left-hand side, actually. Just completely ignore what's going on, and this is actually so Monka being on that ledge. Okay, and let's just be quiet.
No way! No way! They also got it. Both teams here skipping an entire checkpoint with a
You know
4
what I
kicks
love?
in a ride.
You know what I love the most about this shit category? Like, they get the hardest tricks in the run, and they fail to do a simple side jump after that. Like, they get into the next thing, and they just fucking jump on the spot, you know? I just can't believe this.
That is amazing.
Oh, not grabbing the pole here just to show off a little coil. Yeah, not the...
Cannoli is easy,
that's
pipes
what I
are
mean.
hard.
This is really the hardest trick. We're just joking. Cannoli is a free trick every time. Okay, I gotta take off my shirt, actually, guys. Commentator's getting hot here.
So Jack and ZooKetra going for the left-hand side here. Not a big time difference, but if you fall down like they just did, then you get a checkpoint, so it was the correct play.
So, Zook, how do you feel like after getting Cannoli?
I'm dying. I can't stop shaking.
How about you, Wyvarie?
Very hype.
So they opted to turn a valve here, which is not considered the...
It's not considered the optimal strat, you could say, and then falling down. So yeah, once again, players just showcasing the game is actually difficult. They're not just flying through it with cheats.
Oh, was that to get a checkpoint? No, I just... Okay.
What?
Okay.
I made a mistake. I wasn't supposed to do that.
Okay. Still ahead, baby.
Oh yeah, and Jack and Zook praying for the RNG of this springboard. Very nice. Every time, easy. Opting out of the strat. That, oh my god, that kicks were so unnecessary, but they did it anyways.
It's certainly October right now.
They're trying to side jump but can't do it. Oh no!
They didn't. I have never seen that animation be useful ever in my life.
Yeah, do you press the DPI button, Zook? So Zook, not knowing the mouse that he brought himself. What?
It's Jack's mouse, singular.
Jack, what do you have to say to that?
False info.
Yeah, meanwhile, what do we see on the other side here?
Oh, they're getting into the chase sequence. Gonna do a elevator clip here first. This is gonna work differently from the last one you saw. And they get it beautifully. So now it's just all about going out at the right time. And they do it. Beautiful.
But now, there's a section actually without any checkpoints coming up. So if at any point they fail, die, or take too long to get over a certain wall or do a kick glitch, they will be teleported all the way back to the start of the thing. So starting off with a difficult KG here, getting it first try, of course, very nice.
And they're coming up on a bit more of a spooky movement.
And I'm coming up with some donations.
Beautiful transition. Go.
So we've got $15 from Hecky saying, Zook and Jack, the dream duo, my kings. Thank you, Hecky. And also $10 from T-Dog20. Let's go, Team Juan.
Yes,
Yes.
let's go Team 1. Can we get some
One,
claps
one.
for any ones in the audience? Ooh. Actually, gonna interview a special Juan in my heart. Are you Juan, Robbie?
Oh, they had to restart the chase sequence. Just like we talked about.
Robbie, how was your Team 1 experience at ESA Summer 2022, rated from 0 to 10, 10 being the best?
10 out of 10, honestly.
See, there you go. Now let's interview Carlos here. What is your Carlos experience at ESA 2022?
Was I Carlos? Oh, cool. Yeah, good. Yeah. 10?
No, it was supposed to be 0 out of 10.
So Juan died once here in the chase sequence. Like Sajiki said, you know, it resets you all the way to the start. So it is getting a little bit closer. Teams are catching up to each other.
Yeah, and actually Juan here, no, sorry, Carlos, Zook and Jack going for the same elevator clip. And meanwhile, Eris and Wyvarie making it over. There's only a final trick here. They need to get over this. This is extremely precise, actually. Looks pretty finicky, and looks like they got it.
And also, they made it on time, so the game won't fade out right before they're at the end, which very nice.
Let's see if they're quitting out to save some time.
Oh,
just baited by the commentator, but Juan's, of course, extremely smart, knowing that this saves real time, not quitting out here. Very, very smart. And actually, a pretty hard KG to finish off Chapter 2 here. This is really nicely done. Very nice.
Beautiful.
Beautiful.
Now, Carlos into the chase sequence. If they can get this first try, they're still very much in this. No pressure, though.
Just calm down, guys. Oh, just barely not getting up there. And meanwhile, ZooKetra being in 3A, one of the coolest checkpoints in the game, actually.
Now, I don't actually know what strats they're doing here, if they're going to go for the big one.
Going for a safe one here, because the pole KG is pretty difficult to do with 2-player, 1-keyboard mouse, of course. Going for the alt climb here, I'm supposing. Just barely missing it, unfortunately. So alt climbing can only be done in certain points of the game where the alt hint thing actually sends you towards the right angle.
Using the fact that the game turns you around when you press a button to climb extra high.
And let's see, there's something maybe coming up possibly. Are you going to do it?
Yes.
Oh, they're going to do it.
They're going to do it. This is...
Of course, not even just attempting it, they're going to do it.
Yeah. The crowd is just, they're just...
Wait a minute.
You can feel the tension in the crowd. As you can see in the crowd cam, just people are just...
Carlos asking Juan here to not get the trick.
So, Lervin, on a scale from 1 to 10, how hard is this trick?
I've never done it. And I've attempted it several times.
And you're actually good at the game.
Oh, sure, yeah.
And they actually get the climb.
They get the first part. They get the first part.
Okay, I don't even... I'm just going to shut up.
There's no way.
That's not a good wall boost, right? Oh, just barely.
Barely missing this checkpoint. This is, again, to skip an entire checkpoint. They tried to go out of bounds to fly all the way.
And just barely, like up until the... Can we actually give it up for Team 1 for trying this live? 2-player 1-keyboard mouse. That is insane. And they got it up to the point, to the very, very last piece of it. Just didn't look far enough into the wall, and that's about it.
Super close. So they are now doing 3B. I don't know if Carlos are then going to try for 3A.
Oh, they're going for pole KG here. And just punching the wall. And they're going to go straight back to the beginning of 3A. What?
You haven't missed it till this round.
Yeah, of course. I mean, making up fake statements here. Of course, they missed it every pretty much time that they They just say that.
Almost had to do the ladder of shame here. Team Juan?
I myself have never grabbed the letter of shame.
No.
I reset.
It is more efficient. Keep your pride.
Okay, and Zook and Jack actually getting pretty close to finishing 3A here. Just gotta do this wall climb, which in itself is already hard, but just of course getting it. You're going for this KG. This is just so nice. Oh yeah, we're all deaf now. Thanks.
They're going to do one attempt at 3A, 3C.
They are actually. Wow. Okay.
If they get it, they
so
would
respectable. So this climb that you're seeing here, this climb that Zook and Jack are doing right now is so stupidly hard. Just this first part is already done. So now they're gonna do another infinite wall. Actually, like one infinite wall climb out of Q jump something. It is too
And then
complicated.
a hint thing at the end. Oh, they get the first part. Wait a minute. Taking a little bit of a break. Get the nerves under control.
Go Zook! Go Zook! Doing it, no reaction
no
time.
reaction time?
No way, no way. Oh, they also
Oh
failed
my
the
God.
same way. I just
So
can't
close.
believe it. That was so close.
Amazing.
That was so respectable. Please clap for these gentlemen. I'm serious. I'm serious. This is insane.
Maybe Carlos isn't so bad.
I mean, at least they got a little bit more honorable by doing this. Of course, they
Yes.
still suck because they failed it. But
Yeah.
yeah,
But what can you do?
yeah. Meanwhile, what is this checkpoint that we're seeing here on one side?
We're seeing 3C. It's they're going for a very hard trick here. This is a route that is
And
not.
actually, 3C notoriously sends you back to the very beginning of the checkpoint if you fail anything, which unfortunately Wyvarie and Eris did here.
Super cool checkpoint, but if you
Yes.
ever mess up anything, you go all the way back, and it is allowing Carlos to get a little bit closer here and skipping the ladder of shame.
Oh, nice KG. Oh my god, that is so precise. So they need to actually have perfect coordination between the two. I'm not even kidding. So if they kick just a little frame late, then this kicklish won't work. And and Zook can't keep up with the pressure here. The commentator's
So
watching
close.
them.
It's like whenever we're switching to focusing on somebody, they suddenly mess up their kick glitches.
And going for the safe strats in 3C, which I respect very much. Oh, and failing the speedy.
But going on top here, hope they don't get shot by all the guards too much.
Nice climb there.
Oh.
Very nice.
Skipping a climbing animation by turning around right at the top of the climb. Very
It is
hard.
actually really, really hard to comprehend how hard everything you see them do is. Like, try this at home. Just like these basic wall boosts, getting these climbs, like, you will struggle with them so long. Actually, they don't want to go up the elevator, though.
They just want to hang out.
And yeah, they're entering 3D. 3D also has a very infamous skip to it. See if
Oh,
they
yeah.
will skip or skip.
They're definitely not doing the inbounds route, that's for sure.
And now Zook actually and Jack, being one checkpoint behind them, just have to get through 3C here and doing this. Just barely.
very
That was
close.
so dangerous, actually.
But as long
But-
they did not die, so they're still very much in this. And this could actually flip very quickly. I didn't mean to curse that.
And Wyvarie is smartly, of course, skipping the skip. So doing crane skip. Saving a lot of time by doing it.
Going a little bit safe here.
Oh, so
Never
unnecessary.
mind.
Hecky likes this trick very much, so doing this for Hecky, of course.
So they're on top of the crane now, as long as they don't sidestep off of it. Oh, very smart, skipping this sidestep.
Nice, and that is that end of chapter 3. So Wyvarie and Eris are, let's say, one checkpoint, a minute or so ahead of their competitors
there.
right now, who are finishing 3C. Actually, also failing the speedy the same way that the others did. Oh, nice.
Very, very nice. So coming into chapter 4 here, very quickly, there's going to be a lot of climbing, which I hope they can do very smoothly.
Easy
Oh, nice.
every time. Very nice. And yeah, there's a big skipping coming up here. We're going to go out of bounds and slide into a checkpoint and then die. and that's going to make us respawn out of bounds in an unloaded area, skipping a lot of stuff, and this climb actually is pretty difficult to do. You need the correct angle, you need the correct scroll timing, you need to do a wall boost out of a side jump, wall
And they
climb
get
there.
it.
Very nice, and now just need to slide down at the correct spot. And Zook and Jack smartly also not going for cranes, so also opting out of cranes, doing crane skip skip.
Yeah, going for cranes here is a little bit too much of a risk. Missing it would mean that they would fall further behind, whereas this is very safely
Very
bringing
nice.
them up to speed.
It's actually pretty cool to be here. I mean, you can't really see me on camera, I don't think, but yeah, soon. Okay, technical guys working hard here, non-stop. Weird Hackathon, of course, take tech issues very seriously. But what I was going to say is the runners are non-stop communicating. It's actually pretty cool to hear.
Yeah.
They're non-stop telling each other when to side jump, counting down, what to do on each wall, like whenever they fail. That there's constantly like backup strats going on because, of course, the optimal way of going through this is slightly different. No side jump here, for example.
Yeah.
Very interesting.
It ends up being very different strats to what they would do if they were just alone, and they the rerouting to make sure you don't miss on a very simple thing is super important.
Okay, Jack, how do you feel?
I don't feel right.
No feel, only play.
No feel, just on the edge. Okay, sorry, I take that back. Sorry.
Mirror edge.
Yes. Also getting the climb in 4A easily here by Jack and Zook, and yeah, I can't stress how hard some of these things are on one of the two players, and other skips are really difficult because you have to coordinate actually getting
first
over
try.
your first try. Very nice. Catching up on Wyvarie and Eris there.
We're now coming up on what is a very simple section, but again, can be very scary if you mess it up.
Oh, and they missed the checkpoint. That is actually such a stupid way of failing this because they have to do everything again. Why did you do that?
So when they're trying to skip the cuts, the checkpoint and go out of bounds, there is a thing you have to pause in the middle of falling. And they were a little bit too late.
And getting the climb a second time first try, that is very respectable. And meanwhile, the most exciting section here on Wyvarie and Eris' screen. I hate chapter 4. It is so boring. I just
Do a Q jump, Juan.
can you chill? Can you chill for a second?
Yeah, can you
chill?
Can you chill?
Just can you chill for us?
Just
Ah,
there we go.
so relaxing. A little bit of a break.
Classic chill strats. Just yeah.
So it seems they are safe on the train.
Yeah, commentators actually biased against Chapter 4. Thank God it's over here on the
Yeah.
other side. And Chapter 5 coming up. Very cool chapter on the other hand.
Oh,
very
yeah.
long.
A lot going on.
A lot of tricks.
A lot of nerves.
A lot of nerves.
As if there weren't already. You know? So they're starting off with a kick glitch here, which is seems they got very nice.
Oh my lord.
First try.
Very
easy.
nice. Need to kick out of it though. so
Yeah,
need to
this
kill
trick
some
is
height
not
here.
done.
Mhm.
Very
Very
smartly,
nice.
going for a little bit longer wall run than most would to make sure they can time it between themselves.
Yeah, and actually they're kind of out of bounds here. You would notice this because all the guys would be shooting you in if you were there the legal way. Of course, they're cheating a little bit.
As per
by doing-
usual.
It's pretty usual. Yeah,
Speedrunners always be
yeah,
cheating,
yeah, I
you know.
Yeah, I know. This is just what they do. Yeah, maybe we can do some crowd interviews while we watch boring train section going on here.
Or maybe I can read a donation.
No,
Okay, sorry.
he wants to be interviewed. Okay, yes. What do you think about this race now? Who's gonna win?
Juan, sir.
Oh,
Yeah, good answer. Good answer. This man knows what he's talking about. Who's gonna win?
Juan.
Yes.
while crowd interviews are going on,
Yes!
Juan
Can
misses
you-
elevator bounce but are still ahead.
Interview the donation reader, please.
Okay, yes, I come.
All right.
Mr. Donation Reader. Yeah.
We have one, how much? Wait. $15 donation from
Yes.
Vino and Athy.
Yes.
Team Carlos, always.
Any Carloses in the audience? Oh, so many Carloses actually. Didn't expect those car losers to come here after the win they got at ESA.
You know, just from being ahead in the total count, they get so many supporters. Just like, oh,
Yeah, it's just so cheap. It's like when you're a Bayern München fan or I don't know. I'm actually not into football.
I'm
I don't care.
Not much of a soccer guy.
But yeah, okay. Look away here. Do we have any more donations, Mr. Donation Man?
No, we just read all of them.
Too bad. It's almost like I could see it on screen when I was interviewing him, but
Yeah, that's the one I was reading.
yeah, I know.
Yeah.
And actually, Eris Wyvarie doing a little show off here, dying on purpose. Of course, they can reload into the checkpoint, which doesn't lose or save them any time. Very nice
Very smart.
climbing up here. Yes, so smart. So
And now that they're on the pipe, we can look over at what these bozos are doing.
yeah, and losers here on the other side, going for 5A kickledge, which is actually really hard, and they're
Looks like
gonna
they did
get
it
it
beautifully,
through.
yeah.
Wow, and they're gonna get the side jump, which is equally hard
Yeah,
to play
yeah.
on keyboard mouse.
You have very little space with the thing you're standing on there, so you have to be very precise and make sure you do
Very
a
nice.
good sidestep.
Yes, the timing needs to be on point between the two, but of course
Runners counting down for that.
But of course, they have also built they were in boot camp, right? So
Yeah,
Team
yeah.
Carlos boot camp. So they built all the synergy there when they were practicing together for Worlds.
Yes, for the world's tournament, 2-player, 1 keyboard and mouse.
Walrus knows you get only one chance when you're at the tournament. Real speedrunners. Let's actually.
That's the one here.
Yeah. So how was your experience
Oh.
at Team Carlos boot camp this year?
We're in the middle of something here.
Meanwhile,
sorry,
Juan doing a
of course.
very hard strat here, going for a sliding wall climb into a kick glitch wall boost to skip over the last section we just saw.
And actually, the biggest trick in the history of tricks coming up. It's
Oh yeah.
double hyper frame perfect, as people like to say. We like to point out that it's frame perfect for some reason.
Yeah, and it's frame perfect in a very silly way, where it's like varied on the last input you did. Thankfully, I think it's all the keyboard players' nerves deciding how this works. They
So, no pressure, Wyvarie.
no pressure, Wyvarie. All the pressure to Eris here on mouse.
Yeah, Eris really cannot fail at all here. Needs to be on. Oh, going for the double ball boost, almost getting it. Super sick.
Now, are you doing the hint climb version of Beamer or not? They're doing hint climb, so yeah, it's all Wyvarie. No pressure.
So look on your right hand side here.
Oh, getting an extra
Getting the
bag.
bag for absolutely no reason. Very, very nice.
Picking up a donation along the way.
A donation.
So
Oh,
here's
let's see.
Beamer. Oh,
Oh, one try. One try.
Team Carlos looking over,
Yeah,
nervous.
because they're nervous. I can see it in Jack's face.
Oh,
Oh,
they get
first
it.
try.
They
Very
get it.
nice. Good job.
So now
And then failing the side jump for good measure.
every time, so good.
Jack apologizing here and explaining what he exactly failed at.
Figuring out strats still while they're going.
So actually, they got it back. Are you gonna get it back too?
To be decided.
Okay, to be decided in the future, of course.
TBD.
Yeah.
Coming up on the last part of this chapter here on Team Juan.
Opting
Meanwhile,
out of the strat
Carlos.
here. I don't actually know if they went for it the first time. Can you shake or nod your heads for the chain here in this checkpoint? Where did you die at? Oh yeah, okay, classic. Yeah, Jack deciding to go the safe route.
Chemistry just not there. Players can't decide amongst
No
themselves.
synergy. They have to decide on what strat to do. No, I mean, that's kind of normal in 2-player 1 keyboard mouse. Yeah, punching
Yeah.
the wall there, for example, that's a good example of going for a KG just barely off the timing that you should have done. And actually now, Jack and Zook are also coming up to Maul Beamer. So it's all Zook on this one. Zook really cannot fail anything here. All the pressure is on you. So what try are you expecting here, Zook?
1 billion.
Yes.
Juan a little bit ahead, but in the next checkpoint they're going to be doing, there is a big out-of-bounds skip, which, if missed, will really throw them back a lot. So let's see how this Beamer goes. No bag.
Well, I probably wouldn't get it either,
Yeah,
honestly,
yeah.
in there's Ruth, but Yeah, also, of course, commentators having a very easy time here, shitting on the, barely, shitting on the runners all the time, while they, of course, both wouldn't be.
Super good.
Try.
Wow.
So nice by Jack, very nice. By Zook, sorry. Jack didn't actually contribute at all to this trick, of course. Being the keyboard player here, there's no keyboard inputs involved in Beamer whatsoever, as you know, Lervin.
Yes.
It's all mouse.
It's all mouse. It's all mouse movement and.
Oh, and actually, look
scrolling.
at that. They failed somewhere in 6A, and 6A also not a checkpoint where you grab a lot of safety saves, and they opted out, probably died on this KG or on the later one.
Oh,
Doing the wall boost here.
very smart.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. Are they grabbing the checkpoint?
And they are.
They are.
So grabbing that pole here actually gives us a checkpoint. So if they fail this trick, which is actually very, very difficult to do, doing this.
Doing the swag one.
Nice.
Very
nice.
nice.
Very nice. And now let's see if they're going to go for the Super Omega 5000 IQ strat, which is unfailable, as Semel knows. I don't know if Semel is actually here. I told him this.
Oh, they're doing a different version of it.
Oh, still
and
getting
they get
it.
through.
Yeah, and that is actually a huge skip. Yeah, skip's a huge climb, going up, down, zip line, whatever, guards.
I don't even know what they skip anymore. I haven't done that section in years.
Yeah, me neither. Yeah, you go all the way up, and then you take the zip line.
Oh, yeah.
There's a sniper guy. I think you can...
You can kick him off the ledge.
Yes.
The mirror's ledge. No.
Please clap for that.
I don't know. I'm clapping.
Very, very good jokes here by Mr. Commentator. Commentators, of course, being extremely handsome. And oh my lord. Shoutouts to Team Juan for showcasing that sound guy was totally ready for that.
I'm not some guy.
What?
I don't work.
Interview
I'm not
with
some
some
guy.
guy.
I don't work here. I vacation.
Yeah, I could tell because you fricked up. No, well, so that is a occasion on where we cheat in this game. One of the many occasions, of course, where we can actually unlock the free scroll of some mice and then save some time. And the community actually recently agreed on that's okay to use a macro for those people. And grabbing the
Macro,
checkpoint
of course.
too. Yeah,
being
saw it in
very
your eyes.
cheated.
I was like,
It looked like they were just going straight up.
oh, and first try,
First
here
try
by Jack and Zook. Very nice. Jack nodding his head in appreciation of his extremely well playing, and yeah.
So they're going out of bounds here in psychedelic land.
Oh, and
Looks
this is
like
such
they
a
have
smart.
it.
This is,
Oh,
you know, if you press reaction time there, it's unfailable.
Ah.
What?
I'll reaction time you in a minute.
Oh, death threats here going out to the commentators. Oh.
of course, within the video game. Yes.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
Yes.
in Mirror's Edge multiplayer, a very good, nice mod actually. You can play this game multiplayer, and
Races become so much more fun.
yeah, and reaction time your enemies and friends. You can kick them. Can you actually? I don't know.
I don't think you can interact with people.
Too bad. Well, commentators have actually never played Mirror's Edge multiplayer.
Oh wow. They really should be in multiplayer right now.
Actually, that's not true. I have played it, but it's just they should be in multiplayer. You're right. Yeah,
Yeah.
it would be pretty funny.
Next time.
Next time, yes. Next time we're gonna do the relay in multiplayer, actually.
Oh, that'd be hype.
Yeah, and now coming up to 7A, extremely cool checkpoint, which ends very abruptly. And there's a big trick coming up here for Wyvarie and Eris. They're gonna go for the double, and they're getting
They
it
get it.
easily. Even the roll skip here. Let's
Oh
see if
my
they
God.
skip the second roll too.
They do.
Oh, just barely
so
grabbing the
safe.
ledge, but still very nice. And now they're basically skipping the entire boat to the left of them.
Yeah, skipping from checkpoint A to checkpoint F with this out of bounds here.
How many letters is that in the alphabet?
I'm not sure.
Well, Prasco, you're laughing. Do you know how many?
Come on, Prasco.
12.
That's correct. Very smart, Prasco, of course. Knowing his alphabet.
Meanwhile, Carlos still on 6A here, going for this out of bounds tricks.
And yeah, we actually kind of stopped saying this, but two-player, one keyboard mouse is really, really difficult.
Yep.
On both of them, not only on coordination, but of course, sometimes you're just simply doing different strats than your core partner is, and then you got to somehow find a common ground on what strat you're going to use for the whole thing. And they're going out of bounds here again. Need to glitch into chapter 6.
Now, are they going for the same strat as they did earlier, or?
Let's see if they
Let's
reaction
see.
time. Okay,
Which
sorry, I'm going to shut up. Sorry. And they get it.
Monka S.
Very nice.
Very nice.
Yes, clap, clap, clap. Very good.
Now Juan is over on chapter 8 already. Start of this chapter can be very scary with people zapping you in the leg. They seem to have gotten through that. Now coming up on a hard
Yeah,
kick
Monka is
glitch.
here. Easy side jump, very nice. Getting the roll as well, not failing it. Unnecessary kick glitch and punching the elevator for good measure. And now they're going to go into one of the Monka S checkpoints again, which is 8B. Very similar to 3C. It sends you all the way back to the beginning if you fail anything in that checkpoint. And there's a very stupid stat you can do in the end, which is a good. Do you use that or?
I use that. It's great fun as long as you don't mess up by even a millimeter.
Yeah.
Before that though, there's going to be several kick glitches, which can be very hard, and you can die on either one of them. Oh, getting the roll onto the little thing sticking up there, which saves them.
How do they know this backup? Just on the they don't even have to talk to each other. They just know the backup already. So that really goes to show you how much they through
Then getting
practice
this
together.
spookiest kick glitch of the checkpoint. Let's see how they skip these pipes, or if they skip these pipes. They're doing it with a kick
very
glitch.
nice.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that is really, really cool. And now got to go out of bounds here with a Q. Very nice. And now they cannot, as Lervin smartly said, cannot fail by a millimeter. So if you see the little checkpoint symbol in the bottom left,
Oh,
they
they get
it.
it.
Very nice. So they go straight to 8C, which is
Skipping an elevator ride.
a lot of people's favorite checkpoint because it features so much amazing movement, like these little fast vaults that these guys are doing. And now they're going to go for the infinite wall climb here.
Chimp. Oh, very close.
And just showcasing here how unforgiving Mirror's Edge is, going all the way back to the checkpoint because they didn't look into the wall enough, and that's simply it. Actually, Chimp Strat is more stupid than that. It just goes wrong in all kinds of ways.
Oh, yeah.
Hello.
Hello?
We have a donation if you have time for a donation.
Actually, let them finish the 8C real quick because they're going for this infinite wall climb again.
Oh, they're doing. There's no way.
Oh, that's so close.
They were going for the extended version of that, going all
And
the way
they
up.
got the checkpoint somehow, which is really weird, to be honest.
What?
And let's see, getting the climb here. They're probably going to go out of bounds and do the vent.
Skipping a checkpoint doing this.
Yes. So need to go max speed here and going to grab a really finicky ledge. Oh, and they're showcasing how hard this is.
Yeah. Meanwhile, Carlos finishing chapter 6 here, not far behind in total.
Yeah, chapter
Anything
7
could
goes
still
by
happen.
very quickly, so...
So let's see here. Going for the ending part of the strat. Coming out of bounds. Very nice.
And now, don't fail this because you're going to be sent back to the very checkpoint you just grabbed half a minute ago. Just got to jump at the precise time. That looks good.
It does.
And you can
they
clap.
get
Very
it.
nice. Skipping, vent here in 8C. Now, please have a donation, Mr. Donation Man.
I don't feel like it. I have a headache.
Yeah, fair enough. Happens to the best.
We have $10 from Apple Tart with Team Juan and Heart emoji.
Very nice.
Very good donation.
Agree with that. 100%.
So going for AVP Dragon Lore strats here.
Drop
Oh,
me AVP.
easy shot. Very good drop AVP. And take AVP for me. Yes.
Oh,
Oh.
they're doing the extra strat.
Wait, what?
What are they? Huh?
Of course.
Ah,
Shooting it twice for good measure.
double car.
Double car. Double fun.
And
Oh.
rat, and it's all coming together.
Oh, and actually Jack and Zook.
Right at the end of
Also
chapter
getting
7.
out of bounds in chapter 7A here. Need to get over this wall, which is extremely difficult, especially when you're two players. And one of them is failing the inputs. I don't know who, though. It's complicated.
Hard to say, really.
Coming up with backup strats while they are doing it. So doing the Q turn here because they... Oh, nice. Good
Very
job.
nice.
Very good. That was quick thinking, actually, by Jack here, telling him the other strat, right? Yeah.
Now Team Juan coming into the last chapter of the run. Nailing the fall down at the end of chapter 8.
They don't want to skip the cutscene, though. Like, they just want to watch it a little bit. It's a cool cutscene. It's...
Oh,
Oh,
very
barely.
close to getting
Hard strat there, of course.
the backup here. Getting it.
I mean, this all looks so simple when
Yeah.
when it just works, unless you fail it for 10 minutes. And they just don't do that, even though there are two people.
Legends.
And actually, there we go. Finishing chapter 7. So now they're going to enter 8A. We're all deaf now. Thank you again, Mr. Sound Guy.
They'll be ready for the next time. So
There's no next time.
there's them.
But they don't have sound, so.
Oh, okay.
Well, actually, sound guy is ready right there. Very good. Should I tell you when?
Please do.
Okay. So you can hear very loud explosion.
So now coming up on the second to last big trick of the run here on the Team Juan, doing a super extended beverage 2.0 Omega. I don't even know what numbering
Yeah, the
system
number.
we're at right now.
Yeah, the version is like. Version 15 at this point. We've changed the trick so many times over the years. But the basic gist is you're going to be skipping out of this elevator in a specific way, and they actually fail it. They need to try again. So this trick, as many things in this game, is extremely difficult, especially the first part. And of course, every try goes through a stupid amount of time, as everything in Mirror's Edge.
A classic in races and
Yes.
relays to miss this a couple of times because it's really the last thing you have to be super nervous about.
Oh, and again, failing at just by a tiny margin. And of course, in PB attempts, also a very nice way of failing the very last difficult thing in the run because you're a bit nervous, you're going to pace. And actually,
It's a good example of simple is not necessarily easy.
Yes. There we go, getting out of bounds now. And now they need to hit a certain checkpoint, which is a little bit difficult sometimes. If they do, let's see if they do the reaction time.
They do.
They do, yeah. And that looks like a good pause, unpause once, and now you're going to spawn the room in around you, and there we go. Grabbing the checkpoint, once this reaction time, there we go.
Which then skips them to the sniper section where they're going to completely ignore the level and go out of bounds immediately.
Oh, there we go. First try, that's all keyboard, of course, and now you're going to jump on this very finicky wall. Meanwhile, Zook is and Jack are going for 8B, the ending to skip into 8C here. And this is, again, is a very Monka-esque trick. Look on your left-hand side, actually. So they can't miss this at all. So if you see the little checkpoint, bottom left. And they got it. Very nice, very nice.
This is especially important in races like this, where it's all RTA timed, because it skips an entire elevator ride.
And as you know already, I've said it countless times, 8C is a pretty difficult checkpoint. Meanwhile, Wyvarie is in the final elevator of the game, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes. So they don't manage to clip on top of it, which allows us to get this intended scene where we can see it.
First try stream strats by Zook and Jack.
Oh
Zook nodding his head in appreciation. Beautiful. Grabbing the checkpoint here. That looks like a completely flawless, smooth 8C here by the two. No mistakes so far. Of course, the commentators can still jinx it, but they don't. It still looks perfect. Beautiful.
Beautiful Ventrium start. Looks like they got it. Perfect. Amazing.
Okay, that was actually better than I usually do that. And they grabbed, very nice. You can clap for that. That was such a nice 8C. Holy crap.
Meanwhile, Juan doing the server room skip on the right-hand side, coming up on the very end here.
Yeah.
Are they doing 3 strats?
Oh, failing the 363 strats for good measure. Oh, they're going to try again? Very respectable, of course.
Respectable, but not respectful.
Exactly. Very nice.
Getting it
3 strats, second try. Second try, is correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. Commentators being a bit exhausted at this point. They don't know, they can't see well anymore. They're like, the vision is blurred. But they know one thing, Juan is going to win this race. This is the final
checkpoint. How are they going to do this? They got to make sure to not be too early here. So are they going to doing a sidestep?
Wow, this is the most boring way of doing it. But that's time.
Yes, that's
on
time.
The right-hand side.
Juan winning their first in-person event.
I mean, it's not real Juan, but half of them is Carlos. But
we don't need to tell them that.
No. So does that mean, Mr. Scissors, is that you?
That is me. Do you want to be freed now?
Yes.
Okay. This is taking way longer than I thought it would.
It's pretty difficult to cut this with the scissors.
Shoutouts to this small set of scissors. I think I just cut my little finger here.
Well, our commentator putting it all on the line, cutting his own finger to release the two. Can we give it up for these two? Very nice run. Beautiful. Very, very nice.
Now, Carlos, also in the last chapter here, not far behind.
I'm sorry, I failed with the sound because we were celebrating this team. I'm sorry. But you can put these guys' sound on anyways if you want to, unless you want to listen to this great song. What? Yeah, okay. I didn't complain. They're saying
The venue going. Venue going so quiet that the two runners are now whispering to each other.
the synergy is unbelievable at this point, so there's no way they're going to even fail this trick a single time, of course. Super Omega Bev. Easy every time for these two gentlemen. Are you nervous?
Not at all. First try.
Audience getting tired of all the clapping they're supposed to do, but actually this is impressive stuff. And do they spawn the room and they're too high, maybe? There we go,
it's
very
good.
nice.
It's all
good job, good job.
We're coming up on the sniper skip here.
I love listening to these, it's so good.
ASMR in my ears.
Yeah.
Disagreeing on what's going wrong.
Oh, and very nice. Getting sniper skip almost until the point where they need to land on this very tiny ledge and they can't miss with the mouse by an inch. But getting it first try again, so now surely they won't going to mess it up twice because they're Carlos. No, they won't. Very nice, of course.
They are, after all, professionals.
Yeah,
They have done
trained
this.
professional, two-player, one keyboard mouse players, of course. And getting the roll. There's only one skip left in the video game. Your favorite skip, of course, Zook, right? Server room skip, you love it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So nothing can go wrong here. They know already. The crowd is just in such anticipation right now for this amazing race to end. They just can't. They just unbelievable. You can see it here. You can see so much actually. I didn't realize.
Oh wow!
You can see me. You can see Jack drinking his energy drink here.
He needs all the energy to time this Q turn.
Okay, Eris showing something into the camera, which is unreadable, unfortunately. What was it? Yeah, there you go.
So this actually reminds me of last year at IOM Katowice when these two were running against another team and they got very close right at the end.
Yeah, I know. They just screwed it up on the final map.
Yeah. This time though, they're looking to do the last map very nice.
Yeah, the boot camp
the
was
earlier
something.
ones that were the
And there
problem.
we go. Dead.
ZooKetra here saying they didn't sidestep and that was the problem.
Yeah, of course, blaming it on Jack as usual. Team Carlos just so confused mostly. The boot camp didn't help him at all. There we go. And that is the final trick. The race is about to end. There's only a good 3 strats for good measure here. Oh, the good lag also. Reaction time 3 strats.
No.
Whoa.
Now Jack here breaking the entire integrity of everything that's going on here by grabbing the mouse out of
Jack,
ZooKetra's hand.
Calm down. Okay, final thing in the game. Quitting out, loading back in. Let's see. There's so many strats.
New game.
Yes. I mean, new game there.
It's all over at that point. They're going for the optimal line here.
Ooh, we're getting shot a little bit. I love the double. Yeah. So Jack failing here, of course, because he didn't do the correct inputs. Like, that is just so disappointing. So
he's an idiot. I've got nothing else to say.
There we go.
And time.
And that is the end of the race.
Very nice race.
We actually don't use macros like these guys, so we, in fact, won.
What do you have to say to that?
I use a $10 mouse.
What do you have to say to that?
I use a free mouse. Jack gave it to me.
What is your response?
I got nothing.
Yeah, he lost. So, Zook wins. So, I gotta say, That was pretty cool. I mean, thank you for going through this. I kind of forced Jack and Zook to do this, let's say, because they're the only two decently skilled Mirror's Edge players able to do two-player, one-keyboard mouse. I mean, I'm just way too bad at this game to even like attempt this at a marathon. So, final applause. Also, final applause. Thank you, Lauren, for doing this.
Thank you,
very,
Suzuki,
very
for doing
nice.
this.
Applause. Thank you.
Thank you to everyone.
And just for the record, Team Juan finished in 46 minutes and 29 seconds, and Team Carlos finished in 51 minutes and 47 seconds.
Hello. We have a donation from Leaf with the amount of $6.18 with the comment, "Thank you for all the unconventional runs." And thank you, Leaf, for that donation. Yes.